I worked on a whole lot of carburetors. See that light shining through there? Well, that's been the whole problem hold up. All right, I'm gonna try to move the light over. All right, see, there's no light coming through this other side over here. Them two little holes been stopped up. I just got one of them undone. It's a tiny little jet goes in there. I got this thing dissected all over the place here. All right, if you ain't got one of these little tools here, and you're working on a lot of carburetors, I really encourage you to get one. It comes with this micro set of drill bits. They're numbered. All right. You can buy this. This is an Amazon one. I borrowed this one. This is a piece of wire off a wire brush, the brass wire brush. I haven't got through to this side yet. The micro drill bits will not fit in there because the tool won't fit down in there with the emulsion tubes in the way. And I grabbed one of them, tried to twist them out. They will come out if you put a little heat on them, but you gotta be careful with them because they're hollow. You will crimp them down and mash them. You can get them out, but the problem is the Dremel tool won't go in there, and your little micro tiny drill bits ain't long enough to get through the backside. See how that hole is open and this one is not? That thing has been a pain in the rear end trying to get these little holes out. Buddy of mine had this brand new carburetor, brand new one, Briggs and Stratton. He brought a brand new Briggs and Stratton engine and put a propane conversion on it right out the box. And the throttle, and I just looked at it. I said, yep, that's the one. And the throttle linkage ain't the same, and they won't interchange because this one is longer than that one. That one's a little newer. So I'm going to take the bowl and the float and all out of that one and put it in this one with the new fuel shut off, choke tube and stuff like that. I'm going to take whatever I can off it and put on this one. But anyway, you ain't on any little tools. What it does, it's like a drill chuck kind of deal. It'll clamp these little wires like this and get down in these little tight, impossible to reach spots like that. See how that want to go through now. But if you don't do that, the carburetor's going to be surging. It's going to be hucking and bucking. It's going to run on half choke, the whole 9 yards. But I'm going to polish this up some more. And these are basically all my carburetor tools laid out here. All I do is I tear them down like this here. Where's my drill at? Maybe I lied. I don't have everything laid out right here. But I'll take these little polishing wheels and these little wire brushes, and I'll polish everything up clean as I can. Get all the old corrosion off of it. You need to run the ethanol-free gas on the carbureted engine if you can. So I tried switching it. The choke lever was wrong too. I was gonna take the choke lever and the throttle lever out of this one and put in that new carburetor, but they won't interchange. The choke worked, but the throttle wouldn't work. So I'm gonna put the new choke butterfly, because that's the one that came out of this one. I'm gonna take everything off that new one that I can and put on this one, the bowl, the float, and all that stuff on here, the new gaskets, and take two and make one basically. But the problem is with this one, the reason I wanted another carburetor was because I couldn't get them two holes cleared. But I had to take a piece of wire off a wire brush, cramping in this little tool here that comes with the micro drill bits, micro precision drill bits. You can buy this Advanced Auto. They got to order it more than likely. But you can buy these Advanced Auto, and the one Advanced Auto is a little bit more neat because the butt screws off over here, and all your bits is inside of it, kind of like a little ink pen. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put all my torch tip cleaners. I even put the smallest torch cleaner on the end of the Dremel tool, clamped it in the Dremel tool, and set there in the spinner. But I think this is too big. I think that was too large. Even after I ran this through it, that won't go through it. But if you ain't got one, you can get them off of Amazon or Advanced Auto or eBay. Called micro drill bits. And the tool is the important part. not as much as the drill bit. You clamp little pieces of wire in there like that and sit here and twist it around in a circle to open these little passages up. And you can, and what I'm thinking about doing, I'm gonna cut these. See, this is off the set. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kick the wire cutters and clip these torch tip cleaners off, and I can put these torch tip cleaners in this little tool here and pull it through stuff too. But that's all I do with a carburetor. I dissect them, polish them up with a wire wheel. I don't soak them. I don't soak bolts neither. I don't do none of that. I polish them up with the Dremel tool. Well, matter of fact, I do got it here. I take this little, I call it a Dremel, but it's a Harbor Freight's little drill master. And I take them little wire wheels and I go in here and I just polish them up. Take the torch tip cleaners, run through here, break all the crud out, polish everything up nice and pretty. I got to finish doing, I'm going to do the inside of this one here. I touched up this bowl. This bowl was just full of crud. But polish everything up nice and clean, get all the passages clear, carburetor cleaner, little air, be careful with the air. You will blow like this O-ring will blow out. Just a little O-ring gasket. This piece here sets down on top of it. That's got the two main jets in it because this is a legit 2-barrel carburetor. That's your two main jets for each barrel. This is a legit 2-barrel carburetor, but anyway, because that's the intake. But that just sets down on top of there like this here. Sets down just like that. See, the fuel can't get up through where it needs to be at if those are stopped up. Anyway, I'll show you all that little tool. That's all I do with the carburetors. Whether it's a tractor carburetor, 4-wheeler carburetor, lawnmower carburetor, weed eater carburetor, whatever. That's all I do. I do not soak them in anything. You could have soaked that for a few days and have done it. May have, may not. But I just dissect them, polish them up, clean all the passages out, make sure everything's good and free and clear, and then I put them back together. I normally don't have a problem out of them. And these floats you can't adjust them, but on the tractor carburetors you can. Sometimes I had to go back and tweak the float sometimes, but make sure the float on the tractor housing ain't rubbing the bowl. That's a common thing. I'm gonna rebuild my carburetor and it's still leaking. On the tractor carburetor with a brass float. Sometimes you got to tweak them to rub the bowl. Anyway, that's another video for another time. Thanks for watching. Handy little tool for a carburetor.